All right. So in MBPS ESOL, all of you guys should be able to get into MBPS ESOL now. You should find our reading for today, and that's in 20th century history. And ignore these things. Some of you guys were in Miss Barbarosh's class before. If you were in Miss Barbarosh's class, please raise your hand. So a lot of you guys. What chapter did you finish? Do you remember? Gandhi. Yeah. So that was probably chapter 30. Well, we're going to go ahead and move to chapter 32, World War II. It's a good place to start. The reading, you can get to it either by clicking here or clicking here. And then you'll see a PDF. You can open it again. Open it. Two hours later. Open. Oh, there it is. All right. Okay. Okay. So we're talking about World War II. How many of you guys have studied World War II before? It's just a little war, right? Just a couple weeks, no big deal. Who can tell me a little bit about World War II? Yeah? Clara, right?
Oh no.
No? You don't know what World War II is? Can you tell us a little bit? You guys were on the winning side, right? No. By the way, this right here, I have all of your names, and every time you answer a question, or ask a question, or you read, I'll give you a point. And if you fall asleep, or you're texting your girlfriend or boyfriend, I'll take a point away. You should try and speak at least one time. This is a really big class, so it's going to be hard for everybody to get a chance to speak. But you should try and speak at least once during class, all right? So who can tell me just a little bit in a sentence about what World War II? Japan got bombed, that's right. When did Japan get bombed, like the big bomb? Was it at the beginning of the war or the end?
Yeah.
It was the end. It was a special kind of bomb, wasn't it? Who said that? Ozas, very good. It was an atomic bomb. Really, really big bomb. And it killed 150,000 people, probably more people. It was a big deal. Who were the Allies? All right, the same side as the United States. So there's one answer. Georgie, tell me. So it was USA and USSR. France was also part of it. China was, yeah. The main ones were the United States, Britain, and the USSR. But there was also France and China and some other countries that were also part of the Allies. Georgie, did I give you a point? No, I did not. That was terrible. Who can tell me the other side? Daniel.
Was Germany, Austria, Italy?
Axis. The Axis was Germany, Germany, Italy, Austria, and Japan. That's right. So Allies, An axis. An axis was Spain. Spain supposedly wasn't on one side or the other side, but it was pretty much on the German side. The Germans had control of Spain, but supposedly they weren't on one side or the other. Yeah. Okay. And World War II took place between 1939 and 1945, so it was about 6 years. And it was one of the most important things that happened in the history of all humans. It changed a lot of things. The way that Europe looks right now is totally different than it was from before, and also the people who are in charge are totally different. If Clara and Zoe's uncles and grandfathers had won, this might be a GSOL class, German for Second Language. This might have very well, most of us might have been speaking German, right? Or Japanese, perhaps. So let's go ahead and let's start reading here. I'm wondering if somebody could read this first sentence for me, and I'll give you a point. Somebody with no points yet. Clara, have I given you points yet? No? Okay. Go ahead.
Germany, Italy, and Japan tried to build empires. They began their expansion by conquering other nations and dominating them politically and economically.
Very good. Germany, Italy, and Japan tried to build empires. They began their expansion by conquering other nations and dominating them politically and economically. Let's talk for a second about what the word empire means. What do we mean when we say empire? Very good, by the way. Empire. Somebody who hasn't spoken yet. Hunter.
I guess it's about like a country ruled by someone.
Ruled by someone?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's definitely a country.
Like country.
Here's Hunter. Here's Hunter.
Like or a government.
It's a type of government for sure. Who else can tell me a little something else about what an empire means? Georgie.
Empire is like one country control all other countries. They have all rules and.
Very good. So a country is a country, just one country. But let's imagine that we go and I take a gun and, well, maybe that's not a good example. I take over Miss Altman's class and Miss Zaid's class, and I say, these are my classes now. You'll teach what I want you to teach, right? Then my class wouldn't just be a class, it'd be an empire. So Japan, was Japan an empire?
Yeah, it was.
It was. Because it wasn't just Japan. What other countries did Japan control?
China.
China,
Part of China.
controlled some other countries as well. What about Germany? Did Germany control any other countries?
Yes.
Yes. Who can tell me what countries Germany controlled? Somebody who hasn't spoken yet. Poland. Yes, Germany controlled Poland. I am looking for Danny. Yes, Germany controlled Poland. Anyone name any other countries? Huh? Russia, yes. Germany controlled parts of Russia. Any other countries? Neo. Yes, France. Germany took over France. Okay, that's good. There were other countries as well that Germany took over. So an empire is a country that controls another country. What do you call the country that's controlled by the empire? Huh? Say it one more time. Invade. Invade is when you go and take over the country. Barry? Kyle. Oh my God. I'm so terrible. You should take points away from me. Oh, there's Kyle. I heard somebody else say a word that begins with a C. Colony, exactly. So you have empire, and empires control colonies. Colony singular, colonies plural. Okay, very good. I need to give you a point. Alvin, very good. So they conquered. What's it mean to conquer? Conquer. I heard somebody say something. To fight? Fight and... So if you fight and you lose, do you still conquer? No, you fight and you win. Then you conquer, yeah. So conquer means to fight and win. Tell me your name again? Michael. Very good. They began their expansion. Expansion, what's this word mean? Expansion. Comes from the verb to expand. Enlarge. Very good. Olivia's on fire. To get bigger, right? To go like that, to grow. So when we take over Miss Altman's class and Miss Zaid's class, we will expand our class. We'll have an expansion. Very good. Dominate. Somebody with no points? Anybody? Raise your hand. Georgie's already got a bunch of points. Anybody new? Yes, it's Terrence, right. I'm very, very, very old, so I don't remember things. By the end of the week, I'll have all your names memorized. I promise. So to dominate means to control, to take over. The political, everybody should pretty much know this. Who can describe to me what political means? Somebody who hasn't spoken yet. Zoe, yes. Yes. When you think of politics, you should think of government. So if I'm around like, hey, I'm Mr. Hanson, hey, vote for me. Yeah, I'll be a great president. Yeah, vote for me. I'm a politician, right? And what I'm doing is politics. And what do we think of when we think of economics? Business. We think of money. Yes, economics equals money. So whenever you see economics, think of money. So what areas did the Axis powers control at the height of their power? We talked a little bit about that, and we're going to look at a map here in a second about that. Until then, I wonder if somebody could read this sentence for me. Somebody new. Anybody new? Manho, David, Barry, Christine. Christine, you spoke, didn't you? No? You want to speak? Oh, I'm sorry. Manho, you want to?
Yes,
Manho and then Christine, all right? Go ahead, Manho.
Far-reaching beliefs for development in science and technology changed the course of World War.
Very good. Far-reaching developments in science and technology changed the course of World War II. Let's talk about some of these words here for a second. What does it mean to reach? Huh? Who says this? Hunter. Yes, to get something. Can somebody who has not spoke show me what it means to reach? To reach. Show me with your hand what it means to reach. Andy, very good. That's not where I thought you should reach, but I get the idea. Where is Andy? There's Andy. So to reach is to go like that. So what do you think far-reaching means? A long way, right? So they say far-reaching developments in science and technology. What about this word development? To grow. We're talking about technology here, so what do you think they mean by development in technology? Christine? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Something new, right? A new one. Christine, where is she? La, 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 la. I should put it in alphabetical order. That would make things faster. There she is. So a development in technology means something new. For instance, the iPad 5 is a new development, right? So what do you think a far-reaching development would mean? Let me ask you this. The first iPhone that came out, which was more important? The first iPhone that came out or iPhone 5? Why?
That's the first one.
Yeah, the first one. You were going to say something back there, David?
You
No.
already said it.
You already said it, right? So why was the first iPhone more important than the iPhone 5? David, and then I'll ask Zoe.
Because he's the first one.
It's the first one. It's a lot different, right? Is the iPhone 5 very different from the iPhone 1? Not a whole lot different, right? Some extra things are cooler, but it was a big deal, the first iPhone that came out. So, which one has a longer reach? Which one's more far-reaching, the iPhone 1 or the iPhone 5? iPhone 1, yeah, that's a big deal, and people will remember this for a long time, you know. So far-reaching developments, you can think of far-reaching meaning important for a long time. Important for a long time. Change the course of World War II. What's a course? Tell me, Daniel.
That it changed the end of the World War.
Yeah. Changed the way things happened. Mm-hmm. What's a course?
Direction.
Yes, a direction. When you're in your car, your GPS, the woman might say, please tell me your course. You know, where are you going to, right? You can also call a class a course, right? Because you're going in a direction towards becoming really smart, right? Hopefully. So a course is the direction that things happen, and you can think about history as being like a road, right? Because you're moving and moving in time. So it changed the course of World War II. Let's see, who'd like to read this next sentence? Zoe, go ahead.
Improvement in aircraft, tank, and submarine, and development of radar and the atomic bomb drastically altering the way wars were ended.
Very good. Improvements in aircraft, tank, and submarines and the development of radar and the atomic bomb drastically altered the way world wars were fought. Improvement, what's that mean?
Get better.
Get better. Who said that? All right. Yes, improvement, to get better. Improvements in, where are we here? Aircraft. Somebody new. Tell me what an aircraft is. David? Like an airplane, right? So that's pretty easy. Aircraft, it's a plane that flies. Tank. I'm going to show a picture of that. I think it'll be easier from my other class. This is a tank. Not something you want to try and fight with, unless you're another tank. So this is a tank, big metal car with big guns. And what about a submarine? Who can tell me what a submarine is? Christine. Exactly. It's a ship that goes underneath the water. Let me show you a picture, just so everybody knows. This is what a submarine looks like. I have one of these at home. It's how I get to school every day. I go in the canals. No, actually, I have a helicopter. That's how I prefer to get here. Okay. In the development of radar. Radar. Anyone know what radar is? Georgie knows. Oljas knows. Let's see who has more points. Oljas. Tell me.
It's like ink that shows you objects.
Yeah, exactly. Very good, Oljas. Daniel?
Shows you the objects like in the war, the tanks or the other things.
Very good. Where are you? Daniel, where's Daniel? There we go. Let me show you a picture of what you normally think of when you think of radar. Submarines use radar. They use radar in for airplanes. You ever seen a movie and you hear bing, bing? I don't do a very good job of bing, bing, like that, right? So one of these things, you can see these dots right here. Maybe this represents 100 miles in all directions. So if I see a little dot here, oh my gosh, there's a plane. It's coming this way. Oh my gosh, there's a plane. So then you would know that you need to go and send another plane so they can fight each other and kill each other. So radar is a way of seeing the enemy at a distance. Everybody understand that? Okay. We talked about the atomic bomb. There's the atomic basketball player. What's up, buddy? And drastically. Who's seen this word before? Drastic or drastically. Drastically. Let me put this one over here. Yes, tell me.
Like totally.
Totally, yeah. Drastic or drastically. Lara is here. Drastic means a big difference. Imagine that Andy has an F in weight training. Just because he gets there and he's like, oh God, I don't feel like doing anything today. And Coach Nottage says, hey, listen, you got a 0 right now, Andy, but if you want an A, you better make a drastic change. What do you think he means? Like you should do less work? More work. Like you should really change, like a big change. So Andy makes a big, drastic change. He changes things drastically. And 2 months later, he's like, yeah, what's up? Yeah. And he's got an A, right? A plus. A plus, a drastic change. So it's a big, big change. Sorry?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Just me to the example, you should give me a point.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I did use you as an example. I will give you a point. I'll give you a point for being funny. Alter. To alter the way. Tell me. Change. That's right. To alter means to change the way something is. What happens if it has an ed at the end of it, like it does right there? To alter is the verb. If we add an ed, it's in the past, right? So we have this ed on there, and it means it's in the past. Very good. So it drastically altered the way wars were fought. So it made a big, big change in the way that we fought wars. How did people fight wars 200 years ago, 300 years ago? What did they?
Sword and arrow.
Ching, 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 ching. So they had to be really close to each other, pretty close to each other. Arrows, maybe they could be a little farther away to kill each other. But with the atomic bomb, with radar, submarines, planes, now you can be a long way away from people to kill them. So it changed the way things, the way people fought. So we have this question here: why might submarines have been a key weapon for the Axis powers in their fight against Great Britain? First of all, what do they mean here? A key weapon?
Important weapon.
Yeah, exactly. Key, like your key's pretty important, right? It's the thing that you need to get in a door. So it means a really important weapon. So why would submarines have been really important for Great Britain? Somebody knew. Anybody knew? Mateus? What you think? First of all, can you tell me where Great Britain is?
Great Britain,
Yeah.
like England and
England.
Ireland.
Yeah. What does it look like there if you're looking at a map?
Nine.
It's an island, right? So they probably should get as many tanks as they can get, right?
No.
No? What would be better for them?
Ships.
Very good. Submarine, ships. That's right. Mateus. So they're an island. So the best way for them to defend themselves is on the water. Before anyone even gets on land, better to sink their ship.
Well, it's kind of useful, like without warning.
Yes, submarines are great because you can go in, nobody sees you, then you're like, whoop, boom, send a bomb, and blow it up, and they don't even, like, whoa, what happened, right? A ship, they can see you, oh, hey, 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 they can see you. So there's no surprise with a ship, right? Submarine, they can come up, and they're real quiet, boom, and they're dead. That's going to be about all the time we have for today. So very good. You guys, for tomorrow, we don't meet tomorrow. We meet Wednesday, right? What would be good is if you guys can keep reading on this chapter and look up any words that you don't know. The more words, when we have discussions like this, I don't want you to use dictionaries or computer or anything. So if you want to get points, a smart way to do it is to look at what we're going to talk about in class, at home, look up as many words as you can. Then when you come to class, you can have a piece of paper if you want, anything written on the piece of paper. And then you can be like, oh, I know the answer, I know the answer, whoa, I know the answer, I know the answer, whoa, I know the answer, and I'll give you point, 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 point. If you answered more than 2 times today, you got an A for today's discussion. 1 time a B. And if you didn't say anything, then you probably got a C. Well, you did get a C. Don't worry, you're going to have many opportunities to speak. And I know some of you are maybe shy because you don't know anybody. Soon you'll be feeling more comfortable and you'll be raising your hand to speak, and I'll give you more points. Yes, sir?
I'm not going to be here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
You're not going to be here?
Just tell me.
We'll be in touch. Let's talk by email, and I'll put these recordings on our website so that you can look at the recordings and you'll know what we're talking about in class. Okay? All right. Very good. You guys should expect to have a quiz on Friday about the words that we're talking about and the information. Okay?
Taking the quiz after.
Will you be back on Friday?
No, I'm going to be back Monday.
Monday? Okay, yeah, you can take it on Monday. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, thank you, everybody.
So,